Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Jefferson District Sports Network. We're here in Charlottesville, Virginia for Monticello Mustangs hosting the Powhatan Indians in a Jefferson District volleyball tilt. Alongside Zach Cullen, I'm Brian Rothmel. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Jefferson District Sports Network. Yeah, first volleyball game that we've had here so far.
That's right.
And we got a good one on hand tonight. Coming into this matchup, Powhatan 1-4, but historically a powerhouse when it comes to volleyball. Monticello coming into this 4-3 and 1-0 in the Jefferson District. Powhatan, this is their first Jefferson District game.
That's right, Brian. And for tonight's keys to the game for Monticello, they've got a freshman young setter. She passes, and she's played well the last few games, but she's going to be key. For Powhatan, I've got returning the serve. Monticello High School's got good serves. They played Louisa Tuesday. They forced Louisa to have a lot of unforced errors, and net play is going to be key for both.
And this one, we have two star players in the Jefferson District going at it at the net. What do you see for the players?
That's right, Brian. For Monticello, I've got Charlotte Devine. She's a senior. She's got a power serve, and she can attack very well. For Powhatan, we've got Janie Goodman. She's a senior. She's tall, and she can do it all, Brian. She can serve, set, dig, block, and both last year were all Jefferson District.
I believe they were both second team, and arguably you could have easily put them on the first team. In the matches that I saw, I think I saw them in a combined 8 matches. I mean, just outstanding play from both of them. Janie Goodman, the lone senior on this Powhatan team, where Charlotte Devine has one other senior on the team in Marie Fernandez.
That's right, and Janie's also got a little sister on the team, Julia Goodman, who's a freshman. So I certainly, like you said, Brian, certainly think we'll be in for a good game tonight.
It'll definitely be a fun one as the teams break their huddles. Monticello is in all black with white sleeves. They are starting on the left side of your floor. On the right side is Powhatan in the all white with black down the sides. Charlotte Devine in number 9, Janie Goodman in number 18. Monticello going to start with that serve. Ali Perez, the setter, starting with the ball in her hands. Libero for Monticello is Emily Marshall. Let's start things off on the Jefferson District Sports Network. Goodman sending the ball back over. Lyra Payne with the attempted attack, falling short of the net.
And I think she's just a little excited, you know, first serve of the game, first play.
Tristan Carr with the first hit, Perez with the set, sent over by way of Grace Simpson. Ball going off of Marshall, backwards off the back wall, and we're back to 1-1.
And good attempt there to get back to it, just a little bit out of reach. Now we'll have Lyra come up to serve.
Lyra, a transfer from Flavanna County High School, a junior for Monticello. Two-sport athlete also playing basketball. Nice power serve, almost getting the ace, but ball getting saved. There'll be a lift called on Marley Hodson.
That was a good dig by Powhatan. They just couldn't recover from it.
Lyra's net going off the net and in for an ace.
Yeah, and Marley Hodson got a good nick on the ball, just that power serve.
We talked about on the serves. Monticello has a lot of power serves.
That's right, watching warm-ups. It was, not that Powhatan doesn't, but it was just beautiful watching Monticello.
I think Powhatan has a lot of size. Ball coming back, Devine with the hit, Perez with the set, Devine with the attack. Back line, and it's in! Charlotte Devine with her first kill of the night.
Yeah, first kill of the night. Good time. Setting the score at 4-1. Monticello.
While not going over net, Tristram Carr will now come back in for Payne as the libero.
And Brian Payne had a lot of good serves there. They were all close to the net. A couple nicked the net. Just that arm got a little tired.
Cecilia Fleming serving here for Powhatan. It's fine with the first hit. Prez set. Free ball over. Will be ruled a 2-hit. That one going against Grace Simpson. Fleming over. Press set. Devine with the attack. It'll be blocked by Goodman. Point going to Powhatan.
Yeah, what a good block. Powhatan getting up there. Had a couple girls up there ready for that block. And shut it down.
Four. Simpson with the first hit, going towards the bleachers. Prez unable to get under it.
Brian, so far out of Powhatan, you know, Monticello's certainly got the power serves. But Powhatan just gets the ball over and just kind of relies on Monticello to mess up.
Prez with the set. Ball hit over by Ayers. Goodman that time on a set. Well, it looks like they're going to call a double hit. That ends the 4-point rally. And Devine was set up to serve. Marshall with the first hit. Set from Amorosi. Goodman with the attack, and it'll be out.
That's a good call.
The thing about Devine, and the way I describe it when I talk to people about her serve, is that it's like a bow and arrow. When she brings her hand back and attacking the ball, there's the bow, hits the arrow across. Attack from the near side, off the blockers. Carr with the dig. Monticello saving the ball and able to get it over by Ayers. Amorosi sets it up again. Goodman with the attack, and that one will go off the blockers and fall in. Janie Goodman with her first kill of the night.
Yeah, and Ayers, you know, saved that and then got right back up for the block. Unfortunately, unable to keep it on the Powhatan side, but great play by Ayers.
6'3" lefty and Goodman. Nice sinking action. Devine able to get it back to her team. Ball sent over. Coming right back to him. And that one will be in. Marley Hodson with the kill.
And that had some power on it.
Net play, as you said. Ball barely sent over by Ayers. A nice soft one. Hodson with the attacks. Digged out by Chucks. But a lift going to be called on Chucks. Take that dig back.
Yeah, nice close game early on, Brian.
Only two freshmen on Monticello's roster, Zemeco Chucks and Allie Perez, and both of them see regular playing time. Goodman serve going into the net. So one thing with those jump serves, the precision has to be there.
Yeah.
And there's not much room for error.
Well, having your whole body up, moving, and trying to focus.
Hit the ball.
Right.
A lot of moving parts. But we'll see a lot of it in this game. Serve now Peyton Clark. Perez sending it back to Powhatan. Amorosi with the fake set gets it back. Chuck sends it to Powhatan. Goodman from the attack from the back line. Dug out by Clark. Devine now will send it from the back line, but it'll go into the net. Powhatan getting the ball back on a side out. Carr with the first hit. Perez with the set. And Kiana Ayers gets her first kill.
I don't know if you saw that, Brian, but Monticello had all 6 of their players in front of the 3-meter line there. All Powhatan has to do is take advantage and get it back quick. Easy points.
We'll talk about after the serve. Block attempt from Payne, able to keep it free. Sends it back. Goodman with the first touch. Amorosi by the net, and she hits into the net. Go back to Monticello to tie this one up. One thing that Monticello does well is when they go for a block, in case there's a soft hit over them, they crash the blockers for a potential dig. And that leaves their back line vulnerable. Attack will fall in from Selena Oliver. Her first kill tonight.
Yeah, and in a game like this with net play so crucial, it's a good strategy to be able to get up there for the dig, but it does leave you a little bit vulnerable in the back. I'm sure Goodman would love to take advantage of that.
Serve going to go wide left from the libero Marshall. Grace Simpson coming back in for the serve. You see a lot of serves from the center of the floor for Monticello. Except for Amorosi. Attack going to Carr, dugout. Perez sets it up. Simpson sends it to the back line. It'll just go over.
Just out.
11-10 now, Powhatan with the slight advantage.
Yeah, and the JV game was played very close as well.
Yeah, that one going 2-0 Powhatan, but the last game going to 29-27 for Powhatan to complete the sweep. Devine with the attack. They'll go cross court and in. Give 2 kills to Charlotte. Perez sending the jump serve off of Marshall. Free ball over from Goodman. Carr with the first hit. Perez with the set. Payne with the attack! And that one will fall in off of Emily Marshall, and Lyra Payne with her first kill of the night.
And that was a good recovery by Goodman and Powhatan to get the ball back in play. Payne just with the hard set.
That one's a slam dunk, though, with the way Perez got that set for Payne.
I'm hoping everyone's okay here.
They're going to medical attention going to Marshall. Taking it off of her nose. And these volleyballs, you know, they are soft to some extent, but I was on the floor and when they were sending them across the floor and one came to it comes to you pretty hard. I mean, it comes with a lot of speed and a lot of force more than anything. Separa Morosi, attack from Goodman, falling off the blockers and in.
Yeah, and we did say tonight there'd be a lot of good attacks, especially from Monticello and Charlotte Devine. Payne just setting up one for herself.
Ball going wide right and out. We see Lyra Payne serve again. Lyra with the only ace in the game so far. Set for Goodman, and she gets high over the net to kill that one.
Yeah, powerful attack there. And that's really a loss for Monticello, only having Lyra in there for one serve.
Carr with the first hit, Perez with the set. Attack from Ayers, coming right back. This one set up for Devine. Blocker's able to save it, dug out. Goodman sends it to the back corner and in.
And that's what I was talking about, Brian. They crowd the net, Monticello. And Goodman's just going to take advantage of it. And if they keep doing that, they'll be able to just keep this lead, this 14-13 lead over Monticello.
Devine first hit, Perez set. Carr going to send it over. Set again for Goodman. just out of the way of Grace Simpson, and Goodman gets her 5th kill. In the first 15 points, 5 kills.
Yeah, that's a pretty good ratio. Goodman's having a good game early on tonight.
Serve going into the net, coming back to Monticello. Chuck's going to come in for Simpson. Devine ready to serve. The first hit from Powhatan going too hard off of the Devine serve, going on the other side, and Monticello unable to return it.
Yeah, the ball had a lot of spin on it. Ayers just couldn't get a good grasp.
Carr with the first hit. Devine going to send it over by way of Perez. Goodman digs it out. Ayers now. Perez chucks off of the antenna. And Powhatan gets to keep the point. 17-14 now here in game 1. And that's going to be an ace for Janie.
I believe that's Powhatan's first ace of the game. Is that right, Brian?
That is the first ace of the game for Powhatan. Got a minute timeout being called by Coach Mitchum for Monticello.
Yeah, and I've noticed right before this, Mitchum was out there near the playing area just trying to throw some words of advice out to the team. Guess he needed a full minute. Down 4-2 Powhatan.
Goodwin with 5 kills, 1 ace. Marley Hodson with 1 kill. Selena Oliver with 1 kill here in the first game of this match. 18-14, Powhatan with the lead. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Jefferson District Sports Network. A lot of exciting action planned this year, so make sure you keep coming back here to JeffersonDistrictSportsNetwork.com. Produced by Rising Up Sports. Lefty sends it back over. First hit from Mills. Air sends it back. Dug out by Powhatan. The attempt again. That one will fall in for a kill. Jordan Mills getting her first of the night.
And Powhatan doing a great job getting the digs. Just Powhatan's really, Monticello's really picked up and come on the attack strong after struggling a little bit earlier in the set.
Serving here, Peyton Clark. Ball getting sent to the wrong side of the floor by Goodman, trying to get it to Amorosi. Instead going away from her. It's the way of Hodson. Amorosi going to set this one. Goodman sends it softly over the blockers. Devine digs it out. Ayers with the set. Free ball coming over from Carr. Perez sends the fake serve over, but they're going to say over the net, and Coach Mitchum likes to disagree with that.
Yeah, his immediate reaction was not good. He's certainly not happy with that.
What they're saying is Perez was over the net, kind of flushing it in, if you will, as if it were a basketball hoop and you're dunking it.
And that official's in the perfect position. It was right in front of his head. So I'm sure he made the right call there.
Devine first hit, Ayers second one. Devine going to send it under the net. 2016. You know, Powhatan, you can't let this record of 1-4 coming into the action. I mean, when they're playing different teams, especially teams from more eastern, while Monticello's playing more western teams, that attack from Chucks will go wide, or long rather. Makes it 21-16 Powhatan. Carr with the first hit. Perez with the set. Chuck sends it over. Oliver able to get to Amorosi. Amorosi sends it back over. Perez for Ayers. Goodman with the first hit.
A little strong.
Attack just a little strong. Ayers with the hit. Goodman with the first hit. Amorosi sets it up. Going over, and Powhatan will be whistled for a net violation. Unfortunately, we don't have the one Powhatan player, number 3, on our roster. Powhatan now going to call a timeout with Aaron Woodson. We'll take a short break as well. 21-18. Powhatan leads Monticello on the Jefferson District Sports Network. Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout, both teams have used their timeout here. 21-18, playing first to 25, must win by 2. Amorosi saving that one from the net, sent over by Powhatan. The nice faux set coming from Perez and falling in.
Yeah, nice simple dink there, Brian, from Perez. Smart heads-up play.
There's with the serve. It's going to go far, just over Goodman. Powhatan sending it over. Free ball coming over from Clark. Amorosi with double hit.
Trying to control the ball a little too much there on that bump, but ruled with the double hit there. And Brian, we've got the Powhatan libero back in the game. Glad to see she's not seriously injured.
Goodman with the attack from the back line, just out of her reach as she tries to send it. It'll go into the net, making this a 1-point game at 22-21. Grace Simpson with the serve.
And Coach Mitchum's got to be happy with that timeout he called. They've really had a turnaround since then.
Free ball coming over, and it'll hit into the basket and fall down, and now we're all tied.
It's unfortunate that outside events like that can give a team a point.
Devine first hit. Payne set. Devine with the attack. Gets blocked. Carr gets it back and sends it over. A block going to be called for Lyra Payne.
Couple good double blocks there. But as I was saying, it's unfortunate to see outside
interference from the basket.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm sorry, both teams get 2 timeouts.
That's right, yeah. Outside interference like that is certainly understandable in a high school gym. I mean, but
and this is one of the higher gym ceilings now. Almost every school with the higher gym ceiling in the Jefferson District, where you have like gyms like old Fluvanna, the shoebox.
That's right.
It was very small. Charlottesville was on the smaller side.
And, you know, I'm sure Fluvanna is really happy. They were never able to host the Jefferson District playoffs for volleyball.
Yeah. They'll be hosting the Jefferson District tournament this year, so definitely a different atmosphere. 23-22 coming out of the timeout. Simpson with the serve for the Mustangs. Goodman with the first hit. Amorosi with the set. Goodman going to send the attack over. Carr digs it out. Perez with the set. Payne sends it over. Dug out again by Monticello. Double hit going to be called on Perez. It might be on Payne on the block. We're all back tied at 23 all. Amorosi with the serve. Monticello getting the side out.
All right, an important point right here. Set point.
Ball getting sent over from Perez. Amorosi with the set. Goodman with the attack to the back line. Carr scrambling. Devine sending a free ball over. It's going to fall in for game point. Mustangs taking the first game, 25-23. Leading the way for Powhatan was Janie Goodman with 5 kills and 1 ace in that game. For Powhatan, Jordan Mill, they had Charlotte Devine with 2 kills, and then 1 kill apiece for Jordan Mills, Grace Simpson, Lyra Payne, and Kayana Ayers. We're going to take a 3-minute break in between games. We'll be right back on the Jefferson District Sports Network. Monticello leading Powhatan 1-0. Welcome back here on the Jefferson District Sports Network, Charlottesville, Virginia. Monticello Mustangs hosting the Powhatan Indians. A little Jefferson District volleyball action here on a Thursday night. Thanks so much for joining us on the Jefferson District Sports Network. I want to quickly thank our crew. I'm Brian Rothwell alongside Zach Cullen. Running our cameras, we got Ethan Goodman and Cal Mincer. And running our show, Chad Cecil, our quarterback, or our, our setter in this.
I would go with setter or server. Both are very important, especially in tonight's game.
Libero, we like to sub him in and out. Always like to have him on the floor, that's for sure. So thanks so much for joining us. Powhatan with the first serve here in game 2, down 1-0. Mustangs sending it over. Amorosi with the set. Goodman with the attack. Tipped off the blocker, and it'll fall in.
Yeah, it was a good set for Powhatan. Left Goodman with the nice attack and got the point off of it.
Just a programming note. We didn't know who number 3 was for Powhatan earlier. That's Meredith Bird. Want to make sure give credit where credit's due. She's had a couple of nice digs and serves. Lyra Payne going to get whistled for a net violation on the block.
Yeah, she hit the net and she was over the net. So that's going to put Powhatan up 2-0.
Monticello now switching liberos. Caroline Hunt wearing the different colored jersey. Devine with the attack and in.
Nice attack. Powhatan just unable to dig it up.
Jordan Mills now coming in for Peyton Clark. Perez getting the ball down 2-1. Nice serve. Will be in for an ace.
And there's a prime example right there of how we were talking about the size of the gyms just needing to be bigger.
Monticello working their attack. Going through Goodman. They'll go off Carr and in.
Yeah, it was a good attempt at the dig there. Just so much power on that attack by Powhatan.
Goodman's probably going to set records for her kills this year for Powhatan, I imagine. I don't know much about Powhatan's double hit going to be called on Selena Fleming just after the first hit, couldn't get out of the way and going off her arm. I don't know. I know Powhatan's had a great volleyball program, but this offense runs straight through Janie Goodman. And you have to think she's going to rewrite some records, or at least put her name in the record book somewhere for Powhatan as she completes her senior season. Amorosi going to send it to the back corner. Perez with the first hit. Simpson with the set. Devine with the attack. Ball going off Hunt and then off of the wall.
And yeah, that hit the outside interference again.
That one though, you're not going for that one unless you can
may have
get
been
rid
able
of
to make
your.
it, but
Set for Amorosi. No one there.
Brian, you know what they call that? They call that a campfire. When the ball lands and you see two or more people, circling around with their hands down like they're getting their hands warm from a campfire. The volleyball terminology is so extensive.
Amorosi with the set. Goodman's going to send it down the line. It's one thing I like about doing games with you, Zach. You bring outside knowledge that not the average person would either notice or know. Now a serve going into the net from Fleming.
That's going to bring in the younger Goodman back at Librero. And I'm sure Julie's excited to be playing, on varsity as a freshman as well. Hopefully being able to chase down some of those records her bigger sister, Janie, could either set or come close to setting.
Powhatan scrambling to get, they're going to call it for 4 hits. That actually was a good count because first was the block. Well, the block actually wouldn't count as a hit.
No, it wouldn't.
Ball over. First hit from Oliver, and that'll be an ace.
I do believe that if she can get the ball off her with direction, that counts as a hit.
Devine with another serve. This one a little bit softer. Arrested with the set. Ball come over from Bird, too high.
Monticello on a roll here, going up 9-4 after a hot start by Powhatan in the second set.
Hunt with the first hit. Amorosi setting it. Goodman will send it back and in off of Perez, her 9th kill of the night. And now she'll go to serve. It's nice you get to see Devine serve, and then you get straight to Goodman serving. She would spin on it before she even hits it. Amorosi with the set. Ball going off the blockers and falling in.
I don't know how she does it, Brian. And she's left-handed.
That was Marley Hodson's second kill of the night.
Goodman hoping to get a rally here.
Tie-up action. Devine with the first hit. Perez getting it to Chucks. Ball going off of Hunt, off of the basket. Trying to get it over was Oliver, and it'll be ruled outside the antenna.
And Brian, both of us stem from the Jefferson District. When we were in it, Powhatan wasn't in the Jefferson district. But do you remember the size of their gym? Or is it smaller? Are they
I've
used to
actually
playing?
never been to the Powhatan Gymnasium, but I believe it is similar. From pictures, I believe it's similar in size to what we're in today.
Yeah. I know they built a great sports complex when they.
Yeah, I've been outside
Right.
the school playing times, but never been inside. Goodman picking up her 10th kill there.
Yeah, and that sports complex they have is beautiful. But I can't remember the size of the gym.
Official talking to team captain Charlotte Devine. Now we're all set to go. Hodson with the serve. Ayers going to send it over. Dug out by Monticello. The block from Ayers will fall in. (11-7). Mustangs with the lead here in game 2. Goodman with the hit. Amorosi with the set. Goodman with the attack from the back line and in.
Goodman coming off the deep set behind the 3-meter line.
Fleming going to come back in for libero Hunt. Serve short from Bird. Side out for Mustangs. Simpson making her way back in for the serve. Amorosi with the set. Going to go cross court. Ball getting blocked from the attack from Oliver. Mustangs stretching the lead out to 5. They've been at 5 one other time this game at 9-4. And a nice block from Devine, and Payne will stretch it to 6.
A nice block.
Thing you notice about Devine, even when she celebrates, she jumps high. Remember that from last year's volleyball action. The faux set comes right back to him. Hodson going to send it to the back line. Simpson digging it out. Payne with the second hit. Devine with the attack. Hunt getting it. Amorosi gets it to Goodman. She sends it to the back line. Perez going to set up for Payne. They'll go off the top of the net and in. Lyra Payne with her second kill tonight.
Yeah, it was a good volley we saw there. Both teams.
Hunt first hit, Amorosi second hit. And a free ball coming over from Goodman. Carr will get it to Perez. Attack from Devine. Doesn't get over the net.
Well, it's probably either way, regardless of whether the ball went over the net, Brian. All of Monticello's players were huddled within a 5-foot radius between the half court and the 3-meter line. So they could have hit it anywhere. Powhatan would have got some points.
I think Devine, though, is trying to go down the net, catch a little off guard. Payne trying to catch Powhatan off guard. The attack, though, from Oliver coming back to the Mustangs will go too hard over the end line, making it a 7-point lead. Coming back in, Jordan Mills.
Monticello really stretching it out here. Going up 7.
Perez will send it back over. Hunt with the first hit. Set from Amorosi. Goodman with the attack off the blockers and out.
And they're awarding that to Monticello.
Oh.
And that's
I guess
crucial.
it was a net violation. Goodman asking for explanation on the point.
And it's so important. Momentum. But just like in all other sports, momentum is very important. Even more so in volleyball, I would say.
Yeah, because you're going from serving to receiving. Definitely rather serve. Goodman will get that attack in and counted.
Yeah, certainly serving would be the best option. It puts you in control of the game. You
Now
can choose what you want to do.
You have rally scoring, so it doesn't matter. You get a point either way if you're serving or not. But it definitely helps being on the offensive. Hunt with the first hit, Amorosi with the set. Goodman with the attack. Off the blockers, they'll be called for a net violation. Clear Payne going under the net. 17-11, 6-point lead. Oliver with the serve. Attack from Simpson from the back line. Amorosi sets it up for Goodman. Double hit.
Yeah, down 7, I understand you want to come back and you may want to use a little trickery, but really just concentrate on getting good sets and good attacks to try and come back against this tough Monticello team.
Clear Payne serving for the Mustangs. It'll go off the net and just fall over.
She is tough to defend against. All of her serves tonight have been right on the net.
Last game against Louisa, they were either going in the net or going wide. Hard serve coming right back to Monticello. Air sends it over. Set will be thrown, will hit over rather from Amorosi. Devine with the attack from the near sideline. Dug out into the net. Powhatan trying to keep it alive and unable to do so. That makes it 20-11, a 9-point lead for the Mustangs as they're cruising here in game 2. Goodman with the second hit. Free ball coming over from Hunt. Simpson to Perez. Devine into the net.
And Powhatan's doing a good job of circulating, moving across the court, getting into position to defend. When the ball goes to the front left zone for Monticello, Powhatan adjusts greatly. They adjust according to it. Just
team defense, yeah.
Right, yeah. Very good defense.
Fleming sending it over. Simpson with the first hit. Perez with the set. Devine from the near side. Sends it just over the blockers. Dug out by Hodson. Goodman sends the free ball over. Set again for Devine. She goes cross court. Dug out. Oliver able to get it to Goodman. Free ball back over. Perez with the set. Going to Mills. Unable to keep it alive. Powhatan, and Mills getting another kill. And we're back to the Devine serve. Oliver gets it on Amorosi. She sends it over. Devine with the first hit. Set by Perez, and she'll be called for a double.
I don't know if you caught it, Brian, but Chucks is back in the game for Monticello.
Goodman with the jump serve. Just over the net and in. Oh, nope. Didn't hit the floor. Good job from Carr. Amorosi sets it up. Goes far sideline. Off the blockers. Off the head. And they can't get it over. A block for the Mustangs. And they stretch their lead back to 9.
Powhatan did a good job getting there, having people ready. Just couldn't pull through for it.
Top action on that serve. Goodman going to send a free ball over. Perez with the set. Air sending it to the back corner and in. Kayana Ayers gets her second kill.
Making it a 10-point game, Brian. Just 2 away from 25, 23-13, Monticello.
Serve coming over from Payne Clark. Goodman going too far, and Ayers with another kill.
Ayers putting up the shingles today. And this will be the set point for Monticello.
24-13. Clark to Clark. Attack off the net. Clark digs it out. Monticello not in position. That one will fall. A little miscommunication. Sorry, Caroline Hunt, not Caroline Clark. I said on the last one for Monticello's the libero. Hudson with the serve. Nice and easy, and it'll just go over. That'll make it 25-14.
Yeah.
Monticello now up 2-0. We'll take another 3-minute break as we head to game 3. Mustangs lead 2-0 on the Jefferson District Sports Network. Welcome back to the Jefferson District Sports Network. Thanks so much for joining us here in Charlottesville, Virginia for Monticello versus Powhatan volleyball action. Looks like Powhatan
switched libreros,
but it's back to Caroline Hunt. Well, at least the number's Caroline Hunt. I'm not sure about the
may
player.
have had it wrong the whole time.
I may have. Perez going to start here. Monticello up 2-0. Third game. Nice set and attack. With the ball coming back, and Monticello's attack going to go wide. Left. Zach, I almost stole your pen up here in the broadcast booth.
That's okay.
Serve coming over from Oliver. Payne tries the attack. It gets blocked. Monticello tries to work their way back, but unable to do so.
Yeah, unfortunately, their libero, Tristram Carr, was in the way there. Just nobody could get to it. And that's served by Powhatan. Going to be out. Little strength there.
2-1 Monticello trailing as Lyra Payne takes the ball. Payne serve into the net.
Monticello's libero is going to be back in the game. Miss Carr.
Hunt serving for Powhatan. Nice soft serve is going to be in for an ace.
And Powhatan really needs to rally here and get a set under their belt. As we were talking about earlier, momentum is so key in a volleyball game.
Devine with the first hit, Perez with the set. Devine with the attack in the center of the court and in. Devine with her 4th kill of the night. Ball up and over. Oliver gets it to Amorosi. Goodman will send it off the blockers, and it will fall to the floor. And that gives her kill 13.
13 kills. Quite a good night if you're in the Goodman household. She'll step up to the plate and serve now.
Carr with the first hit. Perez with the set. Chuck's going to send it over. Dug out by Hunt. Hudson centers it. Free ball for Amorosi. Perez now going to set it for Ayers. Ayers almost missed time the jump. Came back to her. She's able to get the block, though.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Powhatan, Goodman's their best attacker. So when she's on the back line, which she is right now, their offense struggles.
Clark sending over. Goodman with the first hit. Amorosi with the set. Hudson with the attack. Going to go to Devine. To Perez. Devine will send it from the back line. Goodman with the first hit. Goodman going to send the free ball out by way of Amorosi. Now set for Ayers. Her attack. She tried to go soft, but it went into the net. Soft over the blocker sometimes can be just as challenging as power.
That's right. You got to have the touch to it.
Hudson up to serve. Clark with the first hit. Devine gets it to Ayers. Free ball over. Amorosi with the set. Attack from Bird. A little miscommunication as the ball falls in. Ayers and Chuck's not sure which one was going to hit it.
And Powhatan keeping their lead.
7-3. I believe their largest lead in game 1 was 5 points. I could be mistaken, though. Amorosi with the first hit. Ball keeps going back over the net. Amorosi now getting a chance to set it. Going in the center of the court. Carr with the dig. Perez with the set. Chuck's going to send it in. They're going to call it out. Powhatan thought there might be a net violation. But Chuck's going to get the kill.
Monticello did a much better job staying in their zones that time when attacking. I think Coach Meacham's finally getting on them a little bit there.
Ayers gets it to Goodman. Ball getting near the net. It's going to roll the tightrope, come to Powhatan's side, and Goodman try to send it over, but it's going to hit off the net and down. And that lead slowly evaporating now, 7-5.
Yeah, they need to grab it and get a couple points here.
Ayers sends it over. Hunt with the first hit. Gets to Hudson. Goodman sends the free ball. Perez to Payne. Payne tries the free ball. It would have been out. Powhatan kept it alive. Perez sends it back over. And that one will fall in off of Amorosi. Now going to serve as Bird. Bird off of Clark. Perez sends it over. Attack attempted by Knee. Monticello works it back by Chucks. Goes off the blockers. Goodman with the hit. Knee will send it back over, and Powhatan can keep it alive. Or sorry, Monticello can't keep it alive.
Yeah, Monticello, they're not attacking as much. They're kind of just playing it safe with free balls over there, little dinks over the
soft,
net.
Yeah, soft attacks.
So, and that might be why Powhatan's holding on to this lead here.
Payne gets it to Chucks. Chuck sends it to the far corner. Goodman will send the attack, and it'll just go wide.
And as I stated earlier, when Goodman's on that back line, they got to do the deep sets. It's hard to get a powerful attack with the deep set.
Simpson going to come in to serve. Amorosi with the... So Amorosi, I think, had the lift. I thought there might be some Monticello interference over the net, but...
That's what I was thinking. For the best eye in the house.
Hunt going to send it over free ball style. Perez with the set. Devine with the attack, and he'll go cross court and in. Serve for Powhatan. Devine with the attack off the blockers, but it'll just go out.
Yeah, that ball was just out of bounds, Brian. Just out of bounds.
Great block, but unfortunately going wide left. Hard to control blocks. All tied back up at 10. Perez with the serve. Hodson with the first hit. Knee to Amorosi. They'll send it over. Simpson gets first touch. Devine with the set. She'll be called for a lift.
Yeah, and I believe Simpson's ball would have gone out of bounds.
The one that yeah.
Yeah, giving Monticello the point, but Powhatan takes it and goes up by 1.
Oliver will come back in for Powhatan to serve. Devine gets the first hit. Perez with the set. Mills will send it off the blockers, and it'll fall just out of reach.
And it was a good double block there. Powhatan had 2 people up there ready for the block. Just, as you said, it's hard to control blocks.
You hope for the best. Lyra Payne now will serve for Monticello, trying to get Monticello's first lead of game 3. Hunt gets the first hit. Amorosi with the set. Goodman with the attack, and that'll fall in.
And Lyra just commanding dominance and silence in here.
It got very quiet when she went up to serve.
Very quiet.
Hunt now to serve with a 1-point lead. Serves it short. Simpson gets the first hit. Powhatan gets the easy dump in from Hodson.
And, Brian, I know I talked about it all night, but Monticello had everybody up at the 3-meter line. Nobody in the back. She was the lone one in the back and barely reached it.
Hunt with another short one. Simpson gets the hit. Perez with the set. Free ball over from Mills. Oliver gets the first hit. Amorosi with the set. Attack from Bird will fall in.
And it looked to me like Monticello was setting up for Goodman there. Powhatan switching it up. Successfully, might I add.
Hunt sends it over. Simpson with the first hit. Perez with the second one. And Devine's attack will go into the net. And Powhatan, rather, with a 4-point streak.
And lead.
And lead.
And they're still serving.
Simpson gets the first hit. Perez sets it up. And that attack will fall in for Kiana Ayers. It's her 4th kill of the night.
And Coach Meacham looking to take advantage of this momentum swing.
Divine now serving. Amorose able to get it to Goodman. She'll go off the blockers and get killed number. What kill number do you think she just got there?
I would think 15.
15 is right.
Oh.
Mills gets the first hit. Perez with the second one. Divine's going to send it in from the back line, but it'll go to the net. How many aces do you think Janie Goodman has?
8 aces would be my guess.
8?
Yeah. No, excuse me.
She has 1 ace. Carr able to save that one from the floor. Divine's going to set it up for Chucks. Chucks tries to send the free ball over, but it's going to hit off the antenna.
And Powhatan's really extending that streak here now.
Coach Mitchum will call a timeout as they trail 18-12. We'll be right back on the Jefferson District Sports Network. Welcome back here on the Jefferson District Sports Network. Alongside Zach Cullen, I'm Brian Rothamel. Running the show today behind the scenes, we have Ethan Goodman, Cal Mincer, and our setter, Chad Cecil. Serve from Goodman will fall in. And how many aces do you think Janie Goodman has now, Zach?
9.
No.
2. Oh, I'm just kidding.
8 aces, that would be quite the game.
That would be. Well, she's having a stellar game. You can't deny that.
Having some issues with fans behind the floor. Getting a move off. Goodman now with the serve. 19-12. Divine gets the first hit. Perez sets it up for Mills, but Mills' attack will go high or go long. And after being all tied up at 10, Powhatan able to get to a 20-12 lead. Perez sends the fake set over. This one's going to be attacked over. Monticello regroups. Air sends a free ball over. Hunt. Amorosi. Bird. And in. Meredith Bird had no kills going into this game and now has 2. And of course, all these stats are unofficial.
Your work is unofficial, Brian.
Well, technically speaking, for the yearly stat totals. Mills' attack will go into the net.
And Powhatan, staying strong, keeping that lead, just extending it throughout the night.
Now they
throughout the set.
Yeah, they have a big hole to come. They're down 2 games to none, playing best of 5. And another ace for Goodman.
I'm telling you, Brian, by the end of the night, it'll be 8 or 9.
You hope so.
I really hope so.
Well, she's halfway to 8. Here we have game point in the 3rd game for Powhatan. This one will not be an ace. Air sends it over. Hunt with the first hit. Amorosi with the set. Goodman will send the free ball just over the blockers. Dug out by Chucks. Divine won't able to get it over the net. And that ends game 3. Powhatan winning 25-12 as we head to game 4. And Zach, what did you like of Powhatan in that 3rd game?
Well, they were much more aggressive. What I didn't like in Monticello was, as I said, they were very soft.
A little timid.
Yeah, very soft with everything, and they never really got to come out of the gates. They only scored 12 points that whole set. So, I mean, it's hard to win a game scoring only 12, but, I mean, I'm not down in Powhatan at all. Goodman had a great set, coming up to 4 aces.
She has 4 aces, 3 in that last serve period, and she finished that game with 3 kills as well.
Yeah, as the only senior on the team, I'm sure she's, not that the other people aren't fighting hard on the Powhatan team, but I'm sure she's fighting a little bit harder here.
Well, we'll see what has in set for game 4. Monticello leading 2-1 right here on the Jefferson District Sports Network. Welcome back to the Jefferson District Sports Network alongside Zach Cullen. I'm Brian Rockamel. 2-1 as we start game 4. Monticello with the lead. Devine going to send it over. She'll be called for a lift. And Powhatan getting the first point.
And, Brian, I believe the first point of the whole game was scored by Monticello, but after that, every other set's been scored by Powhatan first.
That is correct. And the second point in this one will go to Powhatan.
A lot of open doors around here. The balls keep disappearing from the gym.
And when you have a ball in a gym, it's going to find many places that you never thought it would go. Payne's attack going into the net. And that's the first time that Powhatan started off a game with 3 points. They've started off the second and third game with 2 points, and the first game with 1. Actually, no, Monticello started that with 1 point. Carr gets it to Devine. It gets blocked by Nicole Nee, and that's 4 points now. Changing the defense, the serve defense for Monticello's Coach Mitchum. And an easy attack from Nee, and that's going to be her first kill of the night.
Yeah, that was a beautiful kill. And Powhatan's up 5-0.
Perez with the set. Payne's going to get it in. And Larry Payne getting her third kill. Jordan Mills will come back in for the Mustangs as Perez goes to serve. Goodman gets the first hit. Set by Amorosi. Nee tries to send it over the blockers. That'll be a net violation called.
Yeah, I believe she had a little leg swing under the net there.
For Monticello?
Yeah, for Monticello, giving Powhatan the point. Yeah, and as you pointed, Coach Mitchum, rearranging that Monticello defense. He's keeping them further back, like I've been saying all night long.
Caroline Hunt with the serve. Carr with the first hit. Perez with the set. Devine with the attack. Dug out by Monticello. Go over the net into Payne. And she gets called for a double hit. And that'll be a 7-1 lead, and Coach Mitchum wants to take a timeout.
Yeah. And that timeout he had in the second set, his team rallied right behind that to win the set. Unfortunately, that timeout in the third set, not as effective, yeah. So he's taking a short one here, breaking after only 20 seconds. Powhatan's Coach Woodson, using a little bit more time.
Coach Goodman, Janie Goodman, sometimes like a coach on the floor, I'm sure Aaron Woodson would tell you.
I'm sure.
Very vocal in that huddle as well, rallying the troops. Ball gets sent over. Carr with the first hit. Perez with the set. Mills with the attack to the back line and over the line. What happens, though, you're up 2-0, and then Powhatan wins one. Then they take a big lead in Game 4, and then all of a sudden you're looking at a Game 5 that's winner take all. Devine will send the free ball over. Amorosi with the set. Goodman with the attack. Off the blockers and in.
Goodman with a great game. And Monticello had the blockers there, and they were actually spread out for defense. They were ready for the attack. Just the blocker got a hold of it, and as you stated earlier, they don't have good direction.
You can't control a block. That's the whole definition of a block. Devine will send it easy over, but they're saying went around the antenna. Monticello in disagreement on that.
Well, as I said earlier, he's in the best seat to call the game. I mean, that ball probably was no less than 2 feet from his face.
Hunt will send it short over. Perez sets it up. Payne with the attack off the blockers, but out.
And that'll give Monticello their second point of the set. Powhatan with 10. And Lyra ready for the Mustangs. Up to serve.
Lyra responsible for both points in this game. Ball gets sent over by knee.
And Monticello threw the shingles on that, but Powhatan with the great response. And the ball's disappeared again.
So now we're seeing Hodson, the third libero of the night for Powhatan. Up 11-2, and she gets an ace!
Monticello, both their players just backed off of the ball there. Neither one wanted it. And that'll give Powhatan a 10-point lead early on in the fourth set.
And another ace!
I'm wishing that was Goodman right now. I need 8 of those for her.
You just want to be another soothsayer. This one going to come back. Amorosi gets it to Oliver. Oliver will call it for a lift. Sorry, that's Fleming. Fleming will be called for a lift. Devine now ready to serve. That one will go long.
Brian, this is getting real exciting.
14-3.
I'd love to watch a fifth set to 15 with these two teams.
Ball getting sent over. Devine with the first hit. Carr tries to get it to Chucks, but Chucks unable to control it that far wide of the antenna.
And Chuck's shaking her hand off after that one.
Hitting awkwardly.
Yeah, I hope her wrist is all right.
Fleming serving for the Indians. Mills gets it to Perez. Free ball going to come over from Ayers. Bird with the first hit. Amorosi going to get it to Goodman. Goodman will go off the blockers, and it'll go right down to her. Ayers and Mills joining up for the duo block.
And that was a good block by Monticello.
Payne Clark now coming to serve, down 15-4. Amorosi sets it up. Attack will go long. Attack coming from Caroline Hunt.
And Goodman, as you said, a possible coach out there, reassuring the younger players on her team.
Hunt with the first and Amorosi with the set. Hunt will send the free ball over, but it was awkward. She didn't know if Goodman was going to be there or not. Now coming back in will be Selena Oliver for Fleming. Clark still serving. Short. Oliver able to keep it alive. Goodman gets it to Amorosi, who sends it over. Perez with the set. Sent over by Ayers. Amorosi will send it over. Net violation going to be called against Powhatan. They'll call it on Amorosi.
Yeah, and to me, and I thought the Monticello player hit
I thought
the
it was
net,
Monticello as well.
but
Clark with a serve. Hudson with the hit. Amorosi to Goodman. Dug out by Carr. Perez with the set. Clark going to send it over. Amorosi sets up for Goodman again. And that one's going to go off of Chucks. Chucks really just defenseless, sending that one over, and they'll get the point.
yeah, great rally. You could tell the excitement's in the air. Both these teams want this fourth set.
It gets very quiet when Clark gets ready to serve. That one's short. Oliver keeps it alive. Amorosi gets it to Bird. Bird with a soft touch over. Clark going to send it to Ayers. Blocked right back to her. Double hit going to be called.
And we'll get to see Goodman back up for Powhatan for the serves.
16-8. Etheridge comes back in for the Indians. Goodman with the serve. Devine goes to Perez, who sends it over. Amorosi keeps it alive, sends the free ball to the back line. Clark with the first hit. Then Perez. Ayers with the attack. Dug out by Goodman. Powhatan can't do anything with it.
And I'm sure Powhatan's coach,
Monticello couldn't do anything with it.
right? I'm sure Powhatan's coach Woodson love seeing Goodman back there serving, but I'm sure she'd much rather have her up on the front. You don't want to send those free balls over this close of a game.
That one's going to be on the line, and an ace for Goodman.
Yeah, and like I said, sending free balls over this with this much on the line in this set, you don't want to be doing that.
Goodman goes to Devine. Perez tries to send it over. Amorosi with the first hit. Bird with the attack to the back corner and in. Meredith Bird with her third kill. 19-8. Carr with the first hit. He'll go over the net. Powhatan tries to dump it back in. He'll be set for Bird. There and give the point to Monticello for four hits. Ten-point game with Ayers to serve. Goodman gets the first hit. Amorosi with the set. Attack coming from Etheridge. It'll fall in.
Yeah, and this is making Powhatan a better team. As I stated earlier, having Goodman on the back, you don't want those deep sets in this close game. So they're getting other players up front and attacking.
Clark with the first hit. Perez going to get it to Devine. The attack goes off of the blockers. Ball gets sent too far. Amorosi with the touch. She gets called for going underneath the net. Interesting to know about Janie Goodman. She had 5 kills in the first game and then 7 kills in the second game, but only 3 kills in the third game, and the third game was their best game. Goodman with the hit. Amorosi going to get it back to Goodman. It gets blocked, but Lyra Payne going to get called for a net violation.
Monticello's had quite a few net violations tonight.
And that's what we talked about net play early on. That's one of the things of net play is not being too close to the net and also not being too far from the net where you can't do anything.
Right, it's a very delicate line.
Payne with the attack. Off the blockers and in. Beautiful duo block there for knee, as well as I believe Hodson was there. No, correction, Etheridge was there. Amorosi sends it over. Payne with the attack cross court, and it'll be in, and Lyra Payne. I believe that's a kill number 4 for her. Nope, 5.
And Powhatan's Fleming just thought that ball was going out of bounds. I understand in close games you just want to take what you can get.
Perez to Goodman. Amorosi sets it up. She has Etheridge, goes cross court. Ball stays alive. Carr going to send it just over the net. And the attack will fall in for Selena Fleming, her first kill. Makes it 23-11. You might get your wish of game 5.
Yeah. Although Goodman's on the front line now, they're going to have to go all the way through the rotation to get her back to serving.
You just want to see your 8 aces.
I do want to see 8.
Perez going to set it up for Devine. Her attack goes off the blockers. Monticello keeps it alive. Knee going to go again. That one will go off of Mills and go out of bounds. And Knee with another kill, her 3rd of the night. And all 3 of them coming in games 3 and 4.
And that'll put the score at 24-11. Powhatan with the set point.
Hunt sends it softly to the line, and it's in for an ace! Your wish shall be granted, Zach. We're going to a deciding Game 5, 3-minute break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Jefferson District Sports Network. Welcome back to the Jefferson District Sports Network alongside Zach Kahn. I'm Brian Rothwell. Thanks so much for joining us. A programming note, next Friday we'll be bringing you big football game.
I'm excited.
Western Albemarle coming to Monticello, and those 2 teams should be battling it out for the Jefferson District title. They'll definitely be in the conversation more than anything.
Certainly the conversation. We've had a chance to see both these teams play, both Western at Western, Monticello at home. Monticello's only got 4 home games this year for their football team, and I'm excited to get to do another one, so we'll see you next Friday night.
Now, talking about 2 teams that should be in conversation for district title, And that's right now here in volleyball. A decisive Game 5 between Powhatan and Monticello here at Monticello High School in Charlottesville, Virginia. Monticello won the first two games, and Powhatan winning the next two. So now it's a winner-take-all, first 1-15. First serve going to come from Perez, the freshman setter for Monticello. Hudson gets the first hit. Nee sends the kill over. A dugout. Devine sends her attack, and it'll fall in.
That's right, and every point in this game matters so much more. Only going to 15. And I believe Monticello, the two games that Powhatan won, Monticello didn't score more than 15.
They didn't score more than 12. Amorosi with the set. Nee going to send it over. Ball going to fall with everyone looking at it.
That was a bonfire, not a campfire.
A little bit different.
A little bit.
Campfire is a little bit closer together.
Yeah.
Bonfire would be further away.
Right.
Hunt going to send the ball over. Mills with the first hit. Perez gets it to Payne. Kept alive by Fleming. Hudson to Hunt. Free ball over. Carr gets it to, able to get it over the net. Nee with a call for a two-ball hit.
Goodman to have some words with the officials.
And the first hit happened, and then the second one was after a block, and I think that's what Goodman's saying is there was a block in between. Nonetheless, it's going to be 2-1 Monticello. Lyra Payne serving. Payne sends to the back corner. Hudson with the first hit. Set by Amorosi, and the attack.
The powerful attack by Goodman.
Goodman had only one kill in that fourth game. Now we'll see Hudson serving.
How many aces did she have? That's what I need.
She only had one. First hit from Mills. Perez. Carr sending it over. Hunt to Amorosi. Goodman will send it just over the blockers to Perez. Carr sets it up for Mills. Mills goes cross court off the blockers. Dug out and kept alive by Perez. Amorosi now setting it. Hudson sends it to the back corner and it'll fall in.
What a good set there.
Hudson's serve will go into the net, and we're back tied at 3.
Yeah, they're going point for point, Brian. It's the first set we've seen all night where they're going point for point.
We just had Sydney Mason for the first time tonight, and she'll come out after that defensive play. Caroline Devine now serving. Hit from Hunt to Oliver, sent over by Hudson. Perez going to send the ball over. Kept alive by Amorosi. It'll go out. Devine willing that one to go out.
She wanted it to go out and took command of the ball and forced it out.
4-3 Monticello. That one will fall in between Hunt and Goodman for an ace. Devine with her second ace.
This is so exciting.
Devine goes to Hudson. Amorosi sets it up for Goodman. Ball kept alive. Devine to Chucks. Chucks gets it to Goodman. Amorosi sets it up. Free ball from Oliver. It'll go out. Wide right. Sorry, that was Fleming. Timeout called by Powhatan. 6-3 Monticello with a lead. And like you said, we're only going to 15. So
That's right, only 15. Monticello is already a third of the way there. Timeout's so important. Got to get that momentum back on Powhatan's side. They had it tied up.
Interesting note, 3 of the 4 games so far that we've played, the leader at 15 points was Powhatan. The only time that didn't happen was in Game 2, where Monticello cruised to a 25-14 victory.
So Powhatan's quick to get to that 15. And the other 2 sets, Monticello didn't make it past 12, you said?
Correct. They Monticello, to recap for you, Monticello winning 25-23, then 25-14. Powhatan taking control in the 3rd game, 25-12. Then in Game 4, 25-11. Divine still serving here. 4 straight points for Monticello, 3 of them coming from Divine serves. Amorosi sets it up. Hodson sends it to the back corner, but just over the line. That's 5 straight.
And Powhatan performed well under pressure to get back in this game. Maybe they need this down 4 lead.
Ball off of Hunt to Hodson. Free ball over from Goodman. Carr. Perez. Mills with the attack. It'll fall in! Oliver will come in for Fleming. Divine sends it over, and that'll be an ace. Divine serve going into the net.
And, Brian, as we stated earlier in the game, Powhatan's going to have to return the serves, and Divine just went on a roll there. So crucial.
Sometimes the only way to stop Divine is hope that she stops herself. And that one will be an ace for Selena Oliver. Nine 5. That one just over the line.
And that puts Monticello 2/3 of the way there.
Clark comes in to serve. Hodson to Amorosi. Goodman with the attack.
Goodman coming all the way across court, and I might get my chance to get those 4 more aces from Goodman.
It's a lot of aces. It'll tie it back up. Right now down 10-6. Well, that's ace number 6.
That's a good start for me.
Now coming in, Allison Etheridge will come in for Hunt. Divine to Perez. Chucks. 2 hands over. Amorosi sets it up. Etheridge will send it out.
Just out of bounds.
11-7. 4 points now. This is first one to 15, but you have to win by 2.
That is correct.
Just over the net, tipping it as it went by. And Ayers gets her first ace. And Powhatan will take a timeout, down 12-7. First-year head coach Aaron Woodson for the Indians. Powhatan 1-4 in the year. This is their first Jefferson District matchup. Monticello 4-3 on the year. And they are 1-0, beating Louisa on Tuesday here at Monticello.
That's right, and I'm sure Woodson would be very happy with the first Jefferson District win over the Monticello Mustangs.
It'd be great momentum. I mean, Monticello is expected to be in the top half of this district, as is Western. Definitely want to get that chance to be up 1-0, especially over an opponent you think you'll be competing with for that seed. And seed's very important in the district tournament because you don't want to face that first seed until the end.
That's correct.
Hodson can't control it and airs with another ace.
And that'll put Monticello only 2 points away.
Hodson to Amorosi. Goodman sends it over. Goodman with 19.
$19 kills.
19 kills. Bird now serving for Powhatan. Devine with the first hit. Perez with the set. Chuck sends it just over the net. Dug out by Goodman. Set up for Fleming. She goes back corner and in. Sorry, that wasn't Fleming, I don't. Was it Fleming? Was it Fleming or Etheridge? I think that was Etheridge. I'm sorry. That's her second kill. Perez for Payne. She'll send it high into the air. Bird keeps it alive. Goodman with the attack. Dug out by Clark. Devine will go off the antenna.
Goodman coming with the deep sets again. Powhatan's really had to work with the deep sets.
These are crucial points because you don't want to be at match point with your opponent serving. That'll be over the line.
Goodman, good awareness to just let that ball go out of bounds.
Monticello will take a timeout now, up 13-11.
And Brian, what a great, exciting game we've had.
The pendulum of the momentum.
And I tell you, it's so important in volleyball and in all fast-paced sports, such as basketball as well. If you notice Goodman, as soon as the official blows his whistle and tells her it's okay to serve, she's basically already taken that first step.
The thing with momentum sometimes in high school sports is it feels as if the sky is falling. The sky is falling when you're losing the momentum. In things like basketball, it's like you can throw the ball into the ocean and it's going to be good. Or volleyball, you can throw it onto the other side of the net and it'll fall in.
That's right. And Powhatan's doing a great job of getting that momentum back on their side. They got to come out of this timeout strong to get back in the game.
Monticello has one timeout left. Powhatan has none. Devine gets the first hit to Perez. Set up for Payne. And a kill for Lyra Payne.
And Powhatan now needs to go on a 4-0 run. Or at least a 3-0 to get it into the 2 points. 2 point extra
first
points.
Extra points. Simpson with the serve. Goodman with the first hit. Amorosi sets it up. And they're going to call a double hit. And that's going to end the match. Monticello victorious 15-11. Zach, what are your final thoughts on this one?
Goodman had a great game. Just got to work on getting the team ready to go when she's in the back. And Monticello, Devine had a great game as well serving. And I think their setter, Perez, did a wonderful job all night getting the sets in.
Thanks so much for all of us here on the Jefferson District Sports Network. Ethan Goodman, Cal Mincer, Zach Cullen, Chad Cecil, I'm Brian Rothwell. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll catch you next Friday as Western Armall plays Monticello in football action. Have a great night, everybody.